Yo, yo, welcome to Team Radd, and today we're going to have a sing-off. No, I'm just joking. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reviewing the Sideshow Collectibles Wolverine. This is a premium format. This is the first actual hero statue that they ever made.
Premium format, yeah. First hero premium format. Because I think they did some smaller things before.
Thanks for that.
Just, you want your information correct?
Yeah. It was sculpted by Andy Bergholtz, and there was an edition size of 1500. So stay tuned to hear what we think about it. Peace. Fucking interrupt me.
Hey everyone, we're back. As Gio was saying, we are here today looking at the Logan premium format. This is the first hero premium format that they did back in about 2004. There was a bunch of about 4 or 5 pieces around that time that came out. It was the Green Goblin. It was the Doctor Doom.
Grail.
It was the first Hellboy.
Very nice.
And it was this piece. And I believe there was some other, at the moment, off the top of my head, they're the 4 that I do remember.
It's got the least amount of love, though, didn't it, this one?
This got, like, quite a lot of... Yeah, well, out of all of those, I mean, that's quite a bunch, isn't it?
It's quite a good 4.
So, I mean, out of those, obviously, like Doctor Doom, then probably Green Goblin, then Hellboy, then this, those kind of...
yeah, definitely in that order, for sure.
But, yeah, I mean, around that time, they put out some really, really good pieces. There was actually quite a funny thing about this, is they called him John, I think, on the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's James, isn't it?
It's James. They called him John Howlett. What happened was I basically picked this piece.
Did that change then? Did they originally call him John and sort of change that?
No, Sideshow fucked up the box.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking maybe there was
a print error, so I don't know whether that means it's worth more. I had this piece previously. I had loads of Wolverines at the time, and I sold it really cheap to, I think, James Wallace. He had the X23, and I just thought that they paired really nice together, so I sort of sold it to him. I then did a deal recently with Andy Kelly, and basically
Andrew Kelly?
No, Andy Kelly, because there's two.
Oh, nice.
There's an Aussie one, and
Andrew's the Aussie, right?
I believe so, and then there's a Welsh one. So it confused me.
Right then, boyo!
It confused me at the beginning because basically I thought I was talking to the same
Australian
person, and
like,
probably
that's going to be well expensive to ship.
Yeah, I'm going to know we're going to come and pick it up. That'd be I can't remember what piece he actually bought from me, but this was thrown in as part of the deal. I do wish I kept my original one because this suffers from the kind of pleather issue of where the leather's all peeling off on the back.
Yeah.
This is an issue where when you use cheap materials like polyurethane, this is going to happen over time when you're exposed to sun or damp or anything like that. I'm going to speak to my guy who, he's kind of a leather guy as well, a super glue guy. He's all these things, so I'm basically going to speak to him. Yeah. He's known as the glue guy on set.
Is he really?
He's known as the glue guy.
Oh, that's well funny.
You just called him Fish Finger, but
that's all right.
So on to the piece anyway. So we're just doing this as a warm-up kind of review, and it's kind of sitting by my TV. So I thought we just put it out there.
It's a nice one to actually see, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got a lot. I mean, the interesting thing with this as well is it's got like a very low-key sort of very low footprint base, but underneath it is actually signed by Andy Bergholtz, which is nice. I mean, it is a print sign. It's not like a proper signature, is it?
Auto pen.
Yeah, maybe auto pen or something like that. It's like a print sort of copy paste onto it.
Yeah.
But it's got fantastic mixed media running through it. It's got these nice light sort of denim jeans. Stitching's pretty good. It's a little bit on the big side, but we can forgive that for 2004.
I do think though that with the mentioning the artist on the base, I think is a really good thing.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
I know why they got away from that, because obviously as time went on, I mean, this was traditionally sculpted. As time goes on with digital, there's lots of people involved, and there was a time where they would have a head specialist do the head, hand specialist do hands, and you would actually have so many elements, so many people doing things. So like when you say, oh my God, that's a Daniel Bell sculpt, a lot of the time, he did the initial work, but the thing is then probably 30% afterwards is touched up by the team. So I do think that can be quite unfair in a way, but I do think it's nice to give the original sculptor credit, but it's a balance, really,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, back in the day, there was a little bit more of the one sort of main guy sort of smashing it to bits. But
Well, this was back when it was like War Group, wasn't it? When
exactly. This is why this is like has a special status. That's like some of the best people Sideshow have had. And Andy Bergholtz is sculpts. I mean, they go for big money. So
Well, he did the original Hulk, which is probably the highest selling Sideshow piece still.
Yeah.
The grey version of that.
Didn't he do the thingy as well? Didn't he do the Dio of the Spider-Man? Isn't that him too?
I couldn't tell you. Well, the Hulk is Hulk, and I'm not sure.
I think it is.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, so back on point with this. Got nice sort of light.
Go down to the base.
I've done the base already.
No, I'm just okay. I'll touch up more on the base. Well, the base is kind of like the original bases that they have for like is it Gambit and a few other characters, but on them ones they use more of a gloss. This one is very flat and definitely needs a repaint. We're going to beat the dog in a second. He's definitely going to get beaten. Draven, do you want to go in the bathroom? Or in a cage? Or somewhere else where... no shit. Yeah, so on the base, this is more of a kind of matte look. There's quite a lot of scuffs on this, so this does actually need to be repainted at some point.
It's a sad thing about the matte stuff, though, isn't it? The gloss sort of hides it a little bit better.
Well, also, because of the way they peg these, it's normally got one peg, and it's a round peg, and you can rotate it. So because there's a kind of rotation, you get more scuffs on the base as well.
Feet are moving.
So this will be repainted. I'll probably get this touched up. Needs to be clean, because all the stuff's flaking onto that, so it's not great.
Yeah.
You work up, as George was saying. The jeans are not terrible. They're not bad. There are some big, kind of like full-size stitches on the back pocket and things
nice and thick, though.
Oh, we can actually do that, by the way. This is why I plugged it in. And then you work up into the leather jacket. As I said, the leather jacket did actually, on my original one, was much, much better. There was no flaking on there. This one is flaking pretty bad. So I do need to kind of find if there's something like I don't know. There must
proper
be some
70s,
kind of rubber
proper
paint
70s style though. How this is sort of like dressed up in it. I mean,
it's almost like Clint Eastwoody, isn't it?
It very is.
Yeah,
like, with it's got like an eagle belt buckle, which is a really nice touch.
Yeah.
But the light jeans and these coats, it's quite a short coat that. So with the old fluffy collar and stuff.
Well,
it's just screaming like the 70s to me. This.
Well, this looks exactly like the coat that kind of McCready wears in like the Thing, or something like that, because they're quite short. It's a pilot jacket, so it's quite thin, short. Also on the dog tags, it actually does say on there. It says Wolverine, and it's got a number on there like 4589 something on there as well.
So it's like military number or something like that. It's funny though, because with these, you can already see there's like the pieces basically moving into this sort of direction, and it's only got one peg and nothing else going on. So this is a sort of one maybe in some hot climates it might move a little bit. You want to be careful with that. When you get onto the head, I mean, you can talk about the blades as well. But the blades plastic.
They're like metal, but they're really soft metal.
Yeah.
And there was
like
a
gold
lot
then. They may be gold.
No, lead probably. Don't lick them. So basically, with those as well, there was a lot of issues where people were getting them turned up and they were like bent, really bent in the packaging, because the packaging, the foam, was in a really bad way when the design of it. Obviously, this is one of their first pieces, but you can bend
trial and
them
error
back,
job, innit?
and they've been painted over. So again, these might need like a chrome in, which would be quite nice. The skin colour's a bit dull, but again, this is from nearly 20 years ago. You have to remember that.
Well, actually, it is. I mean, we can spit. We can sort of like you can spit that distance for 20 years. It's not long until it will be. So we're talking. I do
years. Remember the head being a lot more distorted than this.
In terms of,
like the way it was quite bulbous. I remember it being a lot more.
I think in photographs it comes across that way. I don't think it is in person that much.
Yeah.
I think he's got like obviously the big proper Wolverine hair, sort of Ace Ventura sort of piss take. But I mean, it's not actually as. It's not as bulbous in person as it appears in photograph. Angles everything in pictures, and that's the problem with photographs. Even on review, it's going to be difficult to sort of tell. But it's a great Wolverine portrait. I mean, he's got quite a pronounced brow. And it's very expressive. You get the impression it's almost like cartoony a bit, But the sculpt...
Well, it's for the comic, so more comic style.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the pictures, you'll think it's a bit of almost like a piss take, don't you? You think it's
like a caricature.
Like a caricature, yeah. But to be honest with you, it's a very good job.
One of the things you also have to... Well, this goes for really, really cheap money. That's one of the things which, you know, if you can pick it up, I definitely would pick it up. I mean, this goes for like...
It'll take you by surprise.
It goes for less than £200 normally. And the other thing with this is you're not going to get a Wolverine again from a licensed company with a scar in his mouth.
Yeah, that's another point.
So that's another point as well.
If you want a licensed piece, if you're one of them cats that's like, proper anti-customs, then your choices are very limited.
But overall, I'm happy with it. It's going to go in my Wolverine setup.
Great
I'm
lines
going to
in
do
the hair and the beard and stuff, and that's really well done.
Yeah.
There's sort of lines around it, you know. It's not.
There's good separation in the hair, considering.
Exactly. You think about like he's got that widow's peak, you know, that widow's peak situation going on. And today, when you get a statue like this with big widow's peak on it, there's overspray going onto the skin, and there's absolutely
all the separation.
It is absolutely razor blade sharp. That is where literally you can see the individual points of hairs as the strands start to move in. So that's a really good job. Like really, really good job.
Don't you think
Cigar
it's funny?
looks good
Don't
as
you
well.
think it's funny though that like considering how old this piece is, and you talk about the hairline, which is actually a very good point. And you look at like 20 years later, they've got worse.
Yeah, it definitely is worse. 100% for sure. If you've got that haircut, if you've got that, I mean, we can go even as recently as like things like the Red Hulk premium format. He's got a widow's peak in it. Yeah. Literally, that is black about half an inch down his face. It's so bad that you know what I mean. It's almost like somebody half pissed at that.
And also, I was going to say, there's also great kind of sculpt on the chest of the hair as well. So I mean, overall,
it's got a lot of good points to it. This piece, I think the mixed media is very, very nice. You just want to make sure you get one like Alex was saying, where you're where the pleather is in good condition. I would advise if you're going to purchase one that you say, look, you take a picture of the back of the coat and like up close, so I can see like its condition, because that's where it's going to tell you. You know, it's going to have little sort of like divots and sort of little marks where it's cracking and breaking away from there.
My other one was like smooth.
Mint. I remember your other one. Yeah, it was good. It was a nice.
Should have sold that so cheap.
Yeah, you shouldn't really.
I literally sold it for like 100.
You regretted that though, pretty much as soon as you sold it.
Yeah, I think at the time I
like that angle.
I think at the time
really like that one,
I just had too many pieces in.
Yeah,
so many
stage
pieces.
We had about 10 Wolverines at some point.
Oh god!
I think I might have aided you in selling because I was like, you need to get rid of some of these. I didn't mean this one, to be honest.
But again, I mean,
this is a Logan one, isn't it? That's the point.
Yeah, so it's different.
I kind of like this. This is the angle. I really like it with his turn like that. It's nice.
But I mean, overall, I definitely would recommend it.
Is it fully sculpted arms? There's not foam or nothing.
No, that's not this.
I know that was with the Hellboy. It's interesting with the coat that they didn't go the same route.
Yeah, what we're talking about is with the Hellboy. It has foam in the gun arm, so basically you can move it. So you basically like in the box, it'll be like this, and you can actually pose it like that, and that's actually pretty good.
I don't really see that number.
You don't.
That might be the only one that has that.
That might actually be a way that they can get around the Marvel thing. Do you know about like looking down guns?
Yeah, point.
That might be a way to get away with it. Go, well, it's actually like that.
Point. Yeah, you could.
All right, so we'll finish up there anyway. I mean, but overall, I mean, if you can pick this up for a cheap price, as I did, like $200 or whatever it was, it cost. Actually, it was $200 off of the arrangement anyway. So yeah, I would definitely do that, and I definitely think that if you are a Wolverine fan, it's worth getting, and if you have access to a painter as well, I mean, it'll be worth repainting the hands, the blades.
It's not actually necessary. It really isn't. We're being proper like nitpicky because we're
and the base
because we're a bit used. We can,
well, we got access to quite a reasonably priced painter.
Yeah, that helps.
Most of the time, they're
listen,
not.
Let us know what you think about it anyway. Let us know where it ranks in your Wolverines. What you think about it as a Logan piece. You know, is the sort of caricature sort of myth? Do you think that stands, or do you think that's just a load of rubbish? We'll put some pictures on this so you can have a good look at it. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Instagram as well. There's lots of stuff going up all the time. So, and if you are on Facebook, join our group, the Radd Titan group. We've got a few sales group, and then we've got the main group, and we talk nothing but collectibles and pop culture all the time.
A lot of call to actions.
Yeah. So jump into all of that stuff and come join us, yeah? Mad love to you all. Peace, yeah?
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Fucking interrupt me.
You're right. wrong.
Sort your fucking squeaky dog out and all. Sounds like a broken fucking bath toy. What the fuck?
He's crying.
Why? Because now no one's giving him any
No,
attention.
don't do that because now he's going to come over.
Fucking whore.
Shut up!
He's sad.